Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I'm Annalie,
And I am Patricia.
and today we have an exciting episode where we're going to talk about red flags, more specifically about those first red flags that we try to ignore. We shouldn't, but we do ignore them. That then results in a horrendous, horrible,
Heinous.
full-blown disaster of a relationship.
Yes, it definitely could happen.
It's
that
like
way.
those little tiny things that we're like, that's nothing.
Yes. And that brings me to self-care first.
Self-care first.
Yes. Because as you were saying that, it was reminding me of, and I know I keep harping on boundaries, but it affects a lot of what happens in a relationship, whether we honor our own boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking the other day, because I think when we think about boundaries, we think, and maybe not everyone, we think that it's something that someone else has to do or have to honor.
Mm-hmm.
The boundary is for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we say, I'm not going to be with someone who is married.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that's our boundary.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And we meet the person and they're married. I mean, separated, whatever, but they're still married. And because of the other stuff, like you were just saying, it's okay. Okay, we have crossed our boundary.
Yes.
And then
we're in charge of our boundaries.
Yes, we are the owners of our boundaries. The boundaries are for us. It's not to tell people how to behave.
No, they can do their thing, but we are the ones responsible.
And so what we would do we wouldn't be with that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we honor our boundaries. It's not about, they're going to go and do X, Y, and Z. No, they're doing this. And I said, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm backing off of that.
Yeah.
Unless, and I know there are some things where they can be discussed. And if someone's motivated to make some adjustments, okay, fine. But if it's something that is hard and fast and you're saying, this is not the type of situation I want to be entering in, that boundary is for you not to cross, not for someone else to deal with. So,
yeah. And we have to remember to respect our own boundaries.
Yes.
Or else we do end up in that
mess that you were talking about.
Yes.
And then it's down the road and things are the same way. And you're like, oh my God, why did I do this? And then that self-care, now your mind ain't right now.
Yep.
Your mind ain't right.
Yep.
And
so these red flags that we're talking about are these little things that because a person doesn't typically put all the bad out right away.
No, you put your best
you
foot
piecemeal
forward.
that out as the relationship progresses.
Right.
So typically the red flags we see early on are little things.
Well, and everybody's red flags are subject to the person. Like a red flag for you might not be a red flag for me.
Yes.
So if I'm behaving in a way that's a red flag for this guy, but I behave that way and that guy. So you're going to be, no matter what you do, you may present as a red flag for somebody.
Yes. Yes. So the question we had today was, what are those little red flags that you chose to ignore? That if you hadn't ignored them, you would have saved yourself a lot of pain, heartache, and trouble and time.
Yes, because we do enter into these situations where we have a lot of pain, heartache.
Yes. Yes.
And we waste our time that we don't have.
That's correct. So some of these little things, and I feel like we've talked about these little things in other, in other areas of dating. One of them is constantly talking about an ex, or constantly having contact with an ex. Like those kind of
Yeah.
things can affect
Yes, and see, and something
you.
like that for me, that's an egregious. That's a flag that's waving high. Like that's one of these flags. So I think you need two
Two
hands to.
hands. It's a two-handed
Yes,
flag
that's one of those that I couldn't be like, oh, because it's just so.
in your face.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that means so many things. There's so many things wrapped up in just that alone.
Well, a lot of people would put that as well. They brush it off as, oh, he's just being open, or, but at the same time, yeah, just open and being like very nice and keeping in touch, and I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying,
Well,
but
there is a level, especially, well, the only way is if they're small kids
because yes,
that you have
that is
to coordinate.
Yes.
But at our age,
typically that's not a thing.
There should not be small kids because you've already crossed another boundary.
Yes.
Small kids.
Yes.
You've crossed another boundary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I would think if they have small, but that's the only thing that I can think of where it would be excusable. And I know I've never experienced it, but if they had a business together,
Ooh,
but
yes.
I've never ever dealt with it.
So business or small children.
I don't know any other scenario.
And even
where
then,
they should be keeping
the contact shouldn't be.
It should be minimal.
It should be purely professional,
Yes.
or purely about the child, not outside of that.
No, not hey, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't know. Because then you're just setting yourself up for problems. That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
Another thing, inconsistent communication. I know we've all experienced this.
Yes.
This is the one where you don't hear from him for a couple of days, or blah, blah, blah. And he comes back in and he's like, oh, he makes up some kind of excuse.
Yes.
Sounds like an excuse.
Which
but his phone was right there the whole time.
Yes, he had it. The only excuse is if you're in the hospital and you admit it in the hospital. And even then you still have your phone. Because I've seen people in a hospital bed with
maybe
their phone.
He's in a coma.
Well, okay, a coma. I'll take it. You're in a coma. And you can't, then fine. You're in a coma.
Yep.
But other than that, no.
Not really, right? And sometimes that is somebody playing mind games with you also. So keep that in mind. If there's that kind of stuff going on, you might not want to be in that, because it's going to continue and it might even get worse.
That's a biggie, because clearly that person is not seeing you as a priority. So that's one of those biggies. No. It's a no.
And here's another one, and this is going to hit home. Disrespecting boundaries.
Yes, here we go.
Someone who don't look at, you say you have this boundary and they're like...
But see, and here's the thing with that. Now, if we're operating fully hydrated, if somebody, after you've already had your big girl discussion and you've expressed to them how you feel about whatever it is, and they're continuing to move in that way, then that's when you say, I respectfully decline.
You don't let them muddle the waters.
Right.
It's your stuff.
You are the author or architect of your boundary.
Yes.
The boundary's there for you. And if somebody's trashing it,
and if they're disrespecting that or talking down about it, they're probably not your person.
No, absolutely not.
So,
absolutely not. And that's how we stay hydrated.
Yep. Negativity. That was one of the
Yeah.
big things. Negativity about friends, about family, negativity about everything in life. Like, oh, this, oh, that.
Oh, yeah.
Negative Nellies.
Yeah, if you're just negative about everything, I mean, there's some negativity that I could. But I mean, if you're negative, every time something comes up and you're trashing it, then yeah, nobody wants to be around that.
Nope. That is too much.
Nobody wants, because then you're trashing me too. Yeah, no one wants to be around all that.
A lack of empathy.
Yeah, that's a psychopath.
Dismissive of emotions of others. They're just, they don't care about what anybody else thinks, and they can't put themselves in somebody else's shoes.
That's a sociopath. If you
they're out there, people.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a red flag. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, he might not be the killing kind.
No.
But he's still one nonetheless.
Yeah.
And no, that's a no for me.
You're dealing with a Dexter out there.
Although
Dexter was pretty nice. He did good.
He did good for the world.
He did good, especially like he operated pretty good in that relationship too.
Because everything he did was intentional.
Yes.
Everything he did. And listen to us talking about him like he's real. But yes.
But yeah.
Dexter gets a pass.
Yeah. Joking insults.
No. Again, that's a red flag.
But we've all heard those inappropriate joking insults.
Okay, let me back it up now, because I
also do. Yes.
I do. I dish it out. Yes, and I can take it. But now if it's just for no reason and it's a time and place, you know, if we're with people and all this and that, yeah, no. No. Time and place. There's nothing wrong with fun ribbing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The back and forth.
We should still have a sense of humor, is what we're saying. However, if something is always making fun of and demeaning other people, that's kind of a red flag that you should pay attention to.
And especially if they're doing it to you, then definitely. Yeah.
Next is love bombing.
Oh, yes, of course. And I think we get tripped up on that because, I mean, everybody wants to hear good things. And I think for us, especially our age, coming out of marriages or whatever, we're like thirsty for somebody to say something good. Call me a princess, make me feel good, you know. And that's why we need to.
And clearly that's something we're all thirsty for, because that's what the scammers use, is love bombing.
Yeah.
So if it didn't work, the scamming wouldn't work. So I'm going to say love bombing is definitely a very good tool they have out there for scamming people. So we are ready for it. Yes.
We fall for it. But I will say, and I'm sure I have I can imagine that I probably have in my life. However, now, for me, when someone is going at it, like, oh, you're this, I feel uncomfortable, and I'm like, okay, that's definitely a red flag for me. Don't nobody want to hear all that. I mean, I know I'm amazing, but I know I ain't all that. I don't, because that's the manipulation. And I was just thinking about this too, because I was reading something about the love bombing, and I akined it to grooming. You know,
oh my God, it is. Yes, it is. It's a kind of grooming.
Yes, it is, to get you to do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
So no.
Yep. And we want to keep getting it.
Yes.
So that's like. Yeah, they use that as what do you call it? The carrot? Yes,
the carrot. Yeah, and that's how they get to come back all the time, out of the blue. This, that, and blah blah blah. You're like, oh, especially for, like I said, our age group.
Yeah,
because unfortunately we're out there in them streets like that, and we want validation. Yep. That's why we have to fill our own cups and reach out to our friends to help us with those kinds of things.
Secretive behavior.
Oh gosh, yes.
That guy that does this with his phone.
Or you got to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes, and you got to take your phone with you.
Yes.
Yes. Secretive. Yes.
Secretive behavior.
Going just like 8 hours of time you missing in action and just pop up like nothing ever.
Yes.
No transparency at all.
I think you've had that where somebody you were with someone and he would disappear.
Yes.
You're like,
and then
where'd he go? What was he doing?
What's that about? But yes, yeah, definitely secretive behavior. Yes.
So another one is financial recklessness. I don't know.
I can't
you can't even go behind that one.
Yes, I support it.
He's buying you a car the first week.
I support it. Well, all depends on what you would consider reckless. Gambling, thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's actually one of the examples, yes.
Yes, yeah. So that's the problem. Yeah. Yes, because again, that's a sign that there's something going on. There's something imbalanced here.
Yeah. And the last one is jealousy disguised as passion. Like they're trying to say, well, they're just so into you.
So, and that's a problem. You're that into
But
then that's a problem.
Jealousy that's outside of, of course, there's going to be a little bit of, you'd hope that there be some jealousy because obviously if they don't care at all what you do with whoever, then...
Well, see, I don't think, and I'm not on this plane either, but I don't think that you have to worry, like be concerned about what, I don't know how to say it. I don't think you have to have that jealous. You have to be jealous. I don't think, is that healthy? Is any
it's
amount of
funny
jealousy
because
healthy?
I go back to Dexter because I was just rewatching Dexter, and at one point, his wife,
who I didn't like,
ends up kissing the neighbor because they got all cozy, and of course Dexter's out doing his business, and they get all cozy and they kiss. And Dexter, being Dexter, felt nothing about that. Like he had no feelings, and she reacted some type of way and he had to fake jealousy to make that right.
Okay, how could her wrong? I don't even know how she.
I don't know how that worked, but she did wrong, and somehow or another,
was wrong.
He became the wrong one.
She twisted that thing.
Yes.
But I don't think that someone not being jealous is a sign that they're a sociopath or that they don't care. I think you can be okay. Well, I guess it all depends on the jealousy.
Dexter had to go and punch that neighbor in the face to make her believe that this is all right.
Cared. But I don't think, it all depends on what it is. Just because what would be the jealous act? Because somebody's talking to I don't know, just someone talking to them. Now, but everybody's grinning and skinning and laughing and keying, that might be, I might feel a way, like, why everybody keying up in here? But I don't think someone not being jealous, because that could just be a sign of someone being very secure. So I don't think that is.
Yeah, I don't think it is either, but I do know that that thing exists. Like, I think people do expect some kind of jealousy in certain situations.
I don't know, because I'm trying to think of myself. What situation am I putting myself in to where I'm hoping that somebody will be jealous?
If you have a work husband, for example.
But I'm not putting myself in a situation with that work husband. The only time I'm seeing that work husband is at work, around everybody. We're not going to lunch together or anything like that. We are just working together and chit-chatting and playing and keying and talking about, Yes. Yes.
What did you do with your work husband?
When? Oh, you mean when we went to Halloween? Okay, I wasn't with anyone.
Wait, Halloween? What?
That was Halloween.
When we went to the play.
That was Halloween. That was
Was
a
it
Halloween
Halloween?
play. Yes.
Okay.
It's a Halloween play. But yes, but I wasn't seeing anyone at that time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So work husbands get extra
The thing
credit.
is, but we're in a group of people.
Yeah.
It wasn't one-on-one. I'm
Mhm.
not doing anything like that with a work husband or anyone else for that matter. If I have a significant other, I'm not doing anything not purposefully, to where I'm wanting someone to be jealous. No, I'm not doing anything.
I'm wondering if somebody could get jealous just because there is a work husband.
Now
Period.
that could be a thing, but I don't expect them to, and I wouldn't think they didn't care about me if they didn't.
No.
I
wouldn't think so either.
No. You ain't getting upset because I'm at work helping people.
No.
You know, and I don't see them or call them outside of work or nothing like that.
Mhm.
No.
Mm-mm. So yeah, I don't know. Well, the jealousy, I think, is supposed to be one of the red flags.
Yeah, because if somebody, because you could be on a level,
and it can evolve into a controlling situation.
Right. Because if you talk to a waiter and somebody's angry or something like that, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
So
yeah. But I wouldn't be mad if they didn't.
If they didn't,
jealous.
yeah, no. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how that falls into it.
No. So those are the biggest red flags to look out for.
Yeah,
initially to see what what's what, and just to look out for those. At least keep an eye on that, because if you have seen these red flags, it might be indicative of something more to come.
Right, and don't just overlook it. See, that's our problem. And I know because I've done it. Mm-hmm. We overlook it because we're thinking, well, he's got all these things.
He's got that, he's got this,
but
he's this, and
all
that.
you're doing is prolonging the problem, and you're wasting time that you could have had, because a red flag is a red flag. Yep. It is.
Yep. Let us know what you guys think. What's a big red flag that you saw in the beginning of a relationship that ended up going belly up in the worst way?
Yeah, especially the one that you saw and you were like, oh, whatever.
Yes, the one you overlooked. We're like, that's nothing.
And you went on, and then that thing kept being there. And Yep. I'm sure we got a lot of them.
Yes, there has got to be a lot. And also let us know about any stories that you have about those kind of things.
Yeah.
We love your comments, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 500
yes,
still.
We are. That's a thing.
Yep. And don't forget to thumbs up.
Oh, there it is.
Yay! And we are on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Wait, what did I say? I forgot which one I said.
You said them all.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
TikTok.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
And what else?
Join our Facebook group.
Yes.
We're building a community of wise and wonderful women.
Yes. Until next time, don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect. Oh, no.
The gloves.
You'd think that would work. No?
No.
Oh, there it is. Bye, everyone.
Bye.